Mission Bay Yacht Club Luff-in Regatta, October 2018. We're about to watch the C2 start. And our goals for this regatta are to treat small regattas very intensely and practice a lot at small regattas. We can't burn ourselves out at big regattas by sailing for hours because we're already sailing for hours. But at these are very short events. Get out early. This is the C2 fleet. Okay, here's the rest of the fleet here.
Okay guys, that's the start for the C2s, all clear. C3s, let's get ready. We will start a completely different sequence. We're not going to have a rolling start, so we'll start you up on a 3-minute count here, just.
You hit the buoy, right?
Oh, my C3.
Did you hit the buoy?
Which boat would you like
Do a
to be?
360.
Look at that. Which boat would you like to be? Would you like to be one of these boats at this end, or would you like to be one of the boats at the other end?
There's the A, B, and C1s out there. Here's the C3 fleet. Race 1 on Saturday. Maddie 9969. Taylor 24. Taylor's telltales aren't flying. He needs to head up.
All clear, guys. Good start.
Committee boat end favored by a mile, everybody. Taylor over trimmed. See those big wrinkles? Over trimmed, maybe boom vang too tight. Not on the wind. Taylor's not on the wind still. Okay? There he goes. Now he's getting on the wind. Maddie doing outstanding here in third. Great sail trim. Telltale's flying. Oh, here's the C2 leader. And there's Stella in third. So good job. Taylor going right by Stella right there. Excellent. Oh, Maddie. Bye-bye. Race 1 leader for C2. Looks good. Could heel to windward more. 8341 could heel to windward more. Stella looks great, and she's doing good because she's pushing up. Now, we just went past the start-finish line. The start-finish line should be your trigger to start getting your boat cleaned up, but also starting to look upwind. What would we look at? We would look at the water here for dark water or light water. We'd look at the angle here. It looks like starboard tack of those fleet is really high, so we're probably coming around the leeward mark and looking for a lane on starboard tack. So even though I'm going downwind, I'm already planning my upwind. Good job, Stella. Sitting on second. Don't let fourth gain on you at all, but try to slow second down and get closer. Now, right now, she should be looking upwind at the wind on the water and which tack she wants to be. Race 1 C3, Maddie. Outstanding upwind leg. You stayed on the wind. Remember, there's either on the wind or there is not on the wind. If you're 3 degrees below close hauled, you are not on the wind. And I know for young kids that sounds like a hard thing to attain, but the telltales are talking to you all the time. The feel of the boat is talking to you all the time. It's just a matter of learning the language. There's Taylor, not a good start. Not on the wind off the starting line, and he's going to round 5th. Okay, and then our other boat is 9518, and he's right in here. Logan, first regatta of his life. 9518. Just needs to sit forward. Other than that, he's just sailing really well. Okay, first and second in the C2 have already finished. Here's Stella coming across the line in third. Okay, we'll talk about what happened at the start. It's really complicated. If you get fouled and then you foul somebody else, what's supposed to happen is there's supposed to be 2 protests. It's complicated, but you were forced into a foul situation. Then you hit the buoy, you did a penalty turn. There you go, first in C3, big lead. Not quite a horizon job, but a big lead. Now here comes Maddie around in second. I can tell her vang is too loose. Her vang is good because it needs to be adjusted every single leg. If you leave it on from your upwind setting, it'll be too tight for downwind. And then if you leave it at your downwind setting, it'll be too loose for upwind. So it's a good vang at this point. Eventually we'll put a vang on there that stays the exact same tension no matter which way you adjust your main sheet. Whether you have it tight or loose, it'll stay the same tension. You don't want that too early in your sailing career. You want to learn, ease the vang downwind more. You don't let it off downwind, you ease it downwind compared to your upwind. Your upwind is always tighter because it's windier upwind than downwind. Here's Maddie in second. She pinched a couple times, let this boat get going faster than her. One thing we are working on before next year's Nationals is being able to read the boats near us, the sound. If you hear the boat going very fast near you, you look at your telltales, probably indicating that you're too close to the wind, so that's okay. A third is just like a first. But when that boat was gaining on us, you went a little too high. You're still a little too high. He's still going faster. You need to go down a little, get more speed. But great race. Nice third place. Here's Taylor flying. Taylor has moved up from 7th into, I think, 6th. And he's flying there. And then there's Logan. Great job, Logan. Not a bad. Every video I do, I'm going to film the very best people. These are the 8th leaders. Here's Alice Schmidt. She sails a ton. Looks really good. I'd probably allow a little more wrinkles in the front of my main just so I could read them as I change my main sheet tension. Just like Samantha's is right there. You see how she's got that one wrinkle in the middle? So she knows when she's at her tight setting, she's got the wrinkle. And then when she's at her loose setting, that wrinkle will go away. You'll see Samantha's switch. Here we go. A lot of good 8th leaders right here. See that? I'd go a little Cunningham on this sail. Newer sails need less Cunningham though. There's Samantha. And she'll trim in, and when she's fast, she'll trim tighter. Hard to see her wrinkles. Nice tack by Samantha in there. See how she stands up? So that's the A fleet for you. It's their second race. Okay, so that was A and B fleet. So the A's and B's at this Luff-in are together. Here's the C1 fleet. We got Bella in here. She's first C1 regatta. And we can't see her. She's 9983. I can see her back there in the back. She's in really bad air and she's moving. Your sail trim looks outstanding, girl. Now you should just roll. What? Oh my God, she's just flying even though she's in bad air. And then she should probably, if she's got a clear lane there, just stay a little longer. But if she gets bad air, she should just go on port tack. Yeah, I would go on port. No tighter on the main sheet, girl. That's big tight. I can just read your luff and see that you're really trying to squeeze blood. But you're flying. You need to sit forward 5 inches. Look how your butt is 5 inches further back than the thwart. We have a big thing in the middle of the boat that makes it easy. Touch the thwart. It's easy. Dragging the stern is like trailing your foot on a rollerblade. If you drag the back of the boat, it's like dragging the back of your heel when you're rollerblading. If you've rollerbladed, you know what I'm talking about. That's Stella right there.
Hey, Jimmer.
Tacked.
Take a look at the line when you get a chance
I think that was a good move to tack, even though you're getting rolled. I think if you'd have ducked him, you might have fouled 9696. I'm not sure. I'm not at a great angle. It's okay. You're eating people back. Okay, so here is the leader, Samantha, of the A fleet. Bang loose, heeled the boat, bows down. You see she's still sitting forward. I wouldn't go any further forward than that. That's bow down. I think she just looked at her rudder for a second just to make sure. Okay, this guy's on port tack. You don't need to have your board up on port tack over there because you're heeling to windward. You should only put your board up really on starboard tack because you're heeling so much when you're on port. But anyway, those guys aren't heeling that much. So there's the A fleet for you, looking very good. Not sure why Preston's going quite that high. doing well. That's a long-term A fleeter right there, Shane. Race 2 for the C1s. Bella's having a little rough one. Started late. Leeboard is back. We got to add a couple things to this regatta to our checklist. We're starting the pre-race routine at 1:30. We do a kelp check, we look up wind, and we do a leeboard check. We can't sail with the leeboard that far back. Good tack. Just too tight on the main sheet. A little bit too tight on the main sheet. There you go, no problem. Not a bad tack at all. It had a lot of power to it. Nice rounding, nice. Yay, from all the way over here, we can see Stella winning the C2 race. It's hard to see her, but when she tacks, but I can tell her style from a long way away. She's trying. I can see her mast moving, main sheet moving, body moving. She wants it.
Awesome, we have a full-on battle going on.
Yeah, so let's look over here. It's just a beautiful sight. There's the lasers and Sabots. A and B fleet over there. There's the C1s going downwind. Bella's back here trying hard. After this race, we got to talk to her about getting that leeboard forward. It's light air. Oh, there it is, 5695. First place. Great job, girl. If we could rip off about, I think you're good enough to rip off 3 bullets in a row. Would not surprise me at all. Great job. First and second in race 2 on Saturday in the A fleet. You're gonna see very calm body movement. Let's watch this tack. This is Samantha. See how she puts her hand on the rail? That's why we're teaching you now to stand up through the tack, because you can get your hand on the rail. Oh, the finish line is on the opposite side of the start line. I just ran through like half of the kelp beds off Point Palma. I'm totally like stuck in kelp right now. Look how beautiful that sail is. Little wrinkles on our tight trim. There's no wrinkles at our loose trim. There you go. Boom. We got Tommy and Preston coming in here. I can't see very well because the sun's in my face, but it looks like Tommy's trim tighter. Definitely trim tighter, and he's going very well. He's going very well. He's got himself back in this race, actually. Looks pretty good. You know, he's right in that area where he can't quite get on the rail. He is 120 pounds, so he's right in that wind where he can't quite get on the rail. That's okay. Preston's sail's too full, so we're gonna flatten his sail out a little bit. We're gonna loosen his traveler. We're gonna have him trim the main sheet a tiny bit tighter, and we're gonna put the Cunningham on a tiny bit. AB fleet, here's Tommy Rudowitz on the left in the top 5. Don't pinch, dude. Match speeds with the boats around you. So there's Tommy on the left. What we're working on is him just using a little more vang upwind in these conditions. His sail was already flat enough, but putting the vang on keeps it at that flatness as he plays it. It's kind of an FJ thing also. And then for Preston, we're going with just tighter main sheet. He's feathering his sail. It's too full because he's sheeting it a little too loose. Way better to be a person who sheets too loose than too tight, but his sail was just fuller. So sometimes it's not about outsmarting people. Sometimes it's just about setup, getting the boat set up right. And there's Preston crossing right there.
Okay, guys.
Good job, guys. This is great experience having to race the A fleet. This is your 3rd B fleet regatta.